Hello, welcome to Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I hope you're all doing very well out there. So, first of all, just to quickly address the very lack of videos being uploaded of late. Very sorry for that. I've had some issues with my health recently. Some of you that have remained with me on the channel will know that I do have epilepsy, and I have had some issues with that. And to top it off, there have been some other issues with my family. I'm not going to delve into those issues, and I certainly wouldn't want to bring them to your attention, and I never wanted to do so. I just wanted you to know that I haven't forgotten that you are out there, and wanted to just say that I'm sorry for the lack of content that I've been uploading, and that, you know, I continuously say that I'm going to do this, that and the other, and then I don't do it. For another couple of weeks and a bit, I'm going to I've got some medication that or increased medication I've got to take, which is going to affect me somewhat, in essence shouldn't really be affecting what I'm doing now. But unfortunately I am allowing it to. So I'm going to make every effort to try and rectify that next week. So today I was looking at how I'm going to change that. So I do need to finish off the Ghost of Tsushima, because the next game for Ghost of Tsushima is coming out this year, and I have got it on my list to play, or my wish list to play. So I need to complete that if I want to play that going forward. I also need to finish off Kana, Bridge of Spirits as well. And also need to get the good playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy finished off as well. Obviously Hogwarts Mystery will be ongoing, as will be Disney Dreamlight Valley, as it is ongoing. Now I did start as you can well, actually no, you can't see here. So let's take you to the area that so hello Aladdin. Let's take you to the area. So I did start a decorating stream, or doing a decorating videos, for the Dream Snaps, and it started off very well. People were interested, and I thought, okay, I'll keep doing it. Then they kind of dwindled somewhat, and I put out a message saying, okay, people, subscribers I should say, let me know what you think. Are you up for this? And I got absolutely no response from any of you. So I am none the wiser as to what you would like to do about that. Now I have lost some subscribers. Now that may be down to some recent comments I made in a live stream. I won't repeat what that is. But I also may have lost some due to YouTube unsubscribing people. So just check and make sure that you haven't been unsubscribed, and if you're still interested, resubscribe please. I don't usually ask people to subscribe because I don't like to force the matter, but now that they are starting to use AI, YouTube is going to get harder and harder for me to get subscribers. So I'm going to have to start asking, people out there to subscribe. And I know that people are watching and not subscribing. So if you are watching and you are continuously watching my content, please can you subscribe? Because once you're subscribed, and especially get me to 500, I can at least get memberships going. I can start producing better content for you, which would make a huge difference to this channel and getting better things out there for you. Basically, as they would say, this is a call to action. Subscribe, it's free to do, it costs you absolutely nothing, and if I am able to get the YouTube membership going, I'm not that sort of person that would charge high prices, something to think about for you there. I'm only, literally I'm 3/4 of the way there. So please, if you do watch and you watch regularly, please subscribe. Anyway, I've got to go monster tooth hunt. Actually no, let me go to the collection. Let's have a look. Foraging. I've got to go monster tooth hunting. I don't know how you get these, mind you. I'm going to be honest, but I need it as part of my for part of my decorating I'm doing for my Dream Snap here. So let me just quickly show you my current submission. So my last submission, this was my last submission. Oh no, that's somebody else's, sorry, I do beg your pardon. So this was my last submission. Now I didn't actually show what it was, and this was basically, the idea was, because I was really struggling for ideas, because as I just said, I've been having difficulty with my health. I didn't want to go into a lot of a great deal, or go into but basically it was suggested by my sister that I revisit an old idea that I did from a previous Dream Snap, which is where Minnie and I had gone with Stitch, looking for Winnie the Pooh in my favourite bag, Dream Snap. And it was a great idea, loved it, and given the fact that they gave us the tree house for Winnie the Pooh, I thought it was ideal to use it. Even added the rainbow, thinking it would get me brownie points, and it didn't do that well, which I was quite sad about. What made me even more kind of really thingy about it is the fact that I then helped my sister do her Dream Snap, just spruce it up a bit. She'd already laid the groundwork, but I threw in some extra ideas for her that would help her, and she then went and got 4K. But basically I got 2,400. Wasn't could say very chuffed, but unfortunately that's where it is. I did say, considering I actually did that with my mum, we sat down, we had a good laugh, and that with it. So I did say that, you know, that would be the reward in itself. So so this is the current submission. So this is something I got, a very rare animation here, because if you just look and where you can see Mickey there, you can just see Mickey in his sort of like arms open kind of celebratory mode. And I tried to sort of like get the picture a little bit more, so I moved it up slightly and tried to get it Mickey to replicate it at the same time that Donald's jumping in the air there cheering. Unfortunately, I waited for over an hour and Mickey just would not replicate it doing that animation at the same time Donald was jumping in the air. So no matter how much I tried, I must have got one of just happened to get it at a very opportune moment, and I'm glad I submitted it when I did. I'm so happy with that because I got a very rare animation mode that I don't think was meant to have happened. So I'm going to take it while I can. I've got 6 sort of like lucky pots there. Right, so this was just a basic submission that I did just to get the submission in the star path out of the way. So that's not staying as it is. But I've got to now look up to see how I get the monster tooth, because I can't remember how I get them. Because it's been a while. Blue and white ripples in. Right, okay, so I've got to go fishing for it basically. So we're going to go to Storybook Vale. Let's just go to the bind for the moment. I don't know if you can just see PlayStation Store labelled down below, but I purchased some. Right, while we're at it, first of all, let me just save. Since they've actually changed the save to 8 minutes so that the game runs smoother, I got really paranoid about the saving, because it actually kicked me out of the game midway through doing something twice. And right. Now, it's been actually suggested that the actual ideal companion for this week should be the capybara that you got in the Dream Snap. I mean, yeah, the Star Path, I should say, not the Dream Snap, I beg your pardon. Right, where is it?
Mulan sure seems happy here. Makes me happy too.
Right, so let's go to collection again. Foraging. Right, the Wildwoods, Teapot Falls, Fallen Fortress. So basically this way. Right, so I only need 5. But basically what I need them for is to make the Theban waterfall. Right, so there's one.
True love? Ha! Power is the only key to real happiness.
You know, I've just realised what she says. She actually says true love. I actually thought she used to say something else. So it looks like the blue ripples might be where the teeth, monster teeth are. I might have to actually spend an episode where I'm going to have to get... I think it's just actually the blue ripples, not the actual white ripples like I've just spotted or read. Right, so I believe I've got 3 so far. Yep, so I just need 1 more. Okay, don't go run away, Olaf. Poor Olaf. Right, so I've literally got what I want. Do you know, I've just realised that when it makes that funny squishing now noise when it's in this right, can I don't think I've actually got a... Right, so let's just make what I need to make here quickly. What I'll do is I'll take you... Right, so this is what I wanted to make, the Fountain of Thebes. I've already made 1. Right. I do also need... So I'm just going to... So I need to contact Gameloft because the golden potato for some reason or other has doesn't work for me, so I need to contact Gameloft and ask them how I can get that rectified. While I'm here, let me just purely because of the because I know my sister's done them or done it, the golden potato quest. I did actually tried to start doing it before, and I think there was an issue with it then when I started it, but I never followed up with getting it reported, so I need to contact them. So also I'm sure you must be aware by now that there is a survey out for the game, for Gameloft. So if you haven't actually done it already, you can actually I will try and, well, I'll get the, I don't know what doing this while I see what I mean about getting. Right, so let's go to the Borderlands. So what I'll do is I will get the link and put it in the description. Hopefully it will still be open for you to do that. It's quite interesting. Right, so I think I'm gonna, if I want to put this water fountain in, I'm gonna have to. Let's just put this here for the minute. Let me. Right, let's put that there. So really what I do need now is for Jasmine and Alright, so let's just see how this is looking. I don't know. I know they said the capybara. I mean, it's been suggested the capybara would look better in this.
Now, this is my kind of day.
Yeah, see, I would say that if you can get the capybara in there, then go for it. Right, I think I'll get that photo after I've done that. But what I'll do is I'm going to get Aladdin. Well, ironically, Jasmine's coming up. Or at least she was coming. Yes, I want to at least get Aladdin and Jasmine in there if I can. What I really need to do is probably try and get there. That's a thought actually. Maybe if I put that there. There we go. So let's get this over. There we go. So I think if I have that there, I mean, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be honest. Looks so serious there. Yeah, I'll try and get that later on when I've done this, but I want to just try and fill those little gaps there as well if I can. Purely because I think that with Aladdin and Jasmine's house here, they're more likely to stay here. So, right, while, let me just, well, clearly that did say while I did that, but let's actually go to one of the islands. So, let's go to, so the Glade Trust does have water on it. The Sunlit Islands doesn't, because I was thinking of actually putting so I was actually considering putting Jasmine and Aladdin up on the Sunlit Plateau Island. I mean, I'm not going to lie. This actually, I mean, I will leave this like this, despite the actual sands, which can easily be covered with. Do you know what? I could actually just check. Let me go and check the realm. So let's go to the plaza. So I had to actually purchase some moonstones today because I didn't do too well on the as I'd hoped. But having said that, I have actually completed all of the star path now. So I've now got the next 27 days in which to collect moonstones. So that will get me up quite high now. Pretty much. Right, so let's just go to Aladdin's realm and let me just get an idea of what because I think it is all just sand here. Yeah, but it's actually, so what I need to do is kind of put out so it's actually kind of like sand that's so let me just go into fencing and paving and all. So it's like sunbaked earth and sands. That's what it is. Which is what is actually on the sunlit plateau as well, ironically. What I wanted to do as well is actually try, because I noticed on some of the areas there is some trellises up against the walls. I suppose now, because I want to show you, there's not going to be any about. Oh, do you know, I could just use this in the realms. Yes, so you see these trellises, look, they're actually here. And you can actually double them up on some areas. I wonder if that'll actually allow us to do that. It's interesting. So that's sun-baked earth road. So that's what I need to do, is create some sun-baked earthen road. So it might be what I might need to do for this stream snap. Is to create that. Right, so what was I going to do? Other than see this is one of the reasons why I haven't done so much, is because this is where the medication that's not helping me. Right, well, what we can do is create the earth-baked. Oh yes, I know what we were going to do. We were going to go to the right, so I've been busy on the Meadow Island. So this is what I created, as you can see, for the St. Patrick's Day green outfit. And I'm actually tempted to just leave this here, and I'll show you the reason why. But this here is basically my this is going to be my interpretation of Toontown. And I'll say interpretation because I've never actually seen Toontown as such. But one of the questions that was in the survey was, would you like to see more Toontown characters? And I did say yes. It would be nice to see, you know, maybe Donald's sister, or perhaps Goofy. Not Goofy. I'll probably think of the dog's name in a minute, but basically, it'd be nice to see perhaps Donald's sister, or either Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So I know there are other Toontown characters that can be brought in. So this obviously has been his house. This is going to be her little campfire book corner, and this will be made into a garden. Now, I was in two minds whether to actually divide this, because the conversations that they've had on this island has been, Mickey's said, "Oh, I'm going to go fishing," and he's basically said, Minnie said, "Oh, but you said you were going to do the weeding today," and Mickey said, "Oh gosh, I forgot. I'll get onto that right away. I'll do that first." And so it kind of implies, but anyway, kind of implies that, you know, the houses are not as separate as, you know, that there's no fence between the houses. But I've separated them purely because I want it to create so his garden's a little bit bigger because of the reason that I want. The reason being is because I want him to have he's going to be growing crops. So he's going to be growing crops that I need for when I run out of ingredients down below, because Tiana is using quite a fair amount of actual ingredients, and there is no system currently at the moment where that is being replaced automatically. So that is where I'm at the moment. So this, I'll say it was, but then my plan maybe is to perhaps maybe have Goofy over here, maybe have a bit of a garden or crop garden. I don't know, because it's not got a big area as. So this is going to be Daisy's garden. I might actually move these around the back a bit. So these kind of all worked out pretty well. These are meant to be like a bit of a kind of a ivy hedgerow. I say kind of ivy because they're not quite ivy, and if they were, they would destroy this in real life. Now these are slightly bigger here purely because they're the Figaro topiary. Now the reason I've used these particular ones is because they're the only ones that would fit behind these. But for some reason or other, this is the only topiary that was really difficult, and I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work properly in this area, or this corner area. And I still can't figure out why the logistics of it wouldn't work properly. And given the fact that this is fine on this side, along with the other three, I'm not even going to try figuring out what it is. So these are going to be filled up with some flowers and that. a lot of this is going to be done and it will be made to look like Mickey's done a lot of the work, although it will be me technically doing it. So this bit here is basically going to be a dock where basically Mickey's farming of crops and of ingredients will be shipped down to the valley for the restaurants, basically. So hence the reason why you've got 3 steamboats. And in case you didn't know, which I'm sure you probably do by now, if you do this, these actually do this. And obviously I've got Donald over here. I've got the fire station up here as well. And I will be building a fire engine for it. But I'm now going to show you the reason why I kind of decided I'm going to leave this here, because when you look here, just look at that view. It just looks amazing. So that's why I've decided to leave that as it is. It doesn't really fit in with the Toontown vibe, or it's not meant to fit in with it, but it does. So so in terms of the Sunlit Plateau Islands, this is how it looks. It's not changed really since I've done it. But this is kind of the reason why it's not going to look good as an oasis or oasis retreat for the Dream Snap this week, if I'm going to be honest. On the other hand, I haven't seen somebody's build in a Reddit review where they've done a complete builds, Agrabah builds in the Sunlit Plateau around here. I could kind of see it working here, but again, it's not really kind of the same vibe. So right, so I need to actually...
You're a very good leader.
I do need to get on to doing some of the Star Path items at the moment. So as you can see, or as I've shown you, I've completed those, but the duties at the current moment are, and I kind of regret doing the boutique. Was it because I had another boutique challenge come up and I thought, oh no, if I just waited literally 2 minutes, I could have got another one started. But it doesn't matter because I'll have another one after that, so I might just actually wait till that one appears. I do have to gather some memories, but I've got to do the Beast. And I mean, literally, I'm at the point at the moment where it's kind of getting you to take breaks in between, and it's not really taking me long to do these either. Literally, the ones for Beast and Belle is literally would take 3 days. So I started that yesterday, and the gifts, your favourite gifts to any villager wearing glasses, that is Mirabelle, Merlin, and Scrooge, which I started 2 days ago. So it literally, I think today, and then I think will probably be just literally tomorrow and that as well. So we'll do that for the moment. I didn't come into this really with much of a plan of what I was going to do, but I did feel that we would do some Star Path challenges today at least, because I'd already done the but I did say that I would start doing some decorating on some of the islands. I know that we do have Mulan's decorating to finish on the plaza one, so we will get around to finishing that. I'm not really kind of in the mind to finish the actual to move Aladdin and Jasmine to the Sunlit Plateau. I think where they are is probably the best place for them, if I'm going to be honest. So although I will try and add some actual of the actual trellises before before we finish this, though, so that there's some actual decoration, more floral decoration. So in fact that might be the another angle to look at. So let's go to collection. Let's look at characters. So let's look at Beast, and I can't see what they want purely because stupid PlayStation store things in the way. Right, so I can see vanilla yogurt. I probably might have to do this afterwards. Might have to just go out of the game and right, so Belle, so I can see vanilla yogurt. I think the middle one's food, so that I think it's the, so I should be alright to get that one. If it's food, then it's, yeah, if it's food I won't be too bad in getting that because it'll be in the list. So veggie casserole, If it's one I can't see, I'll have to do it afterwards. Doing right, orange. I don't know what that is. That's the orange planter. Picture plant. I mean, you probably can see it okay. I don't know why the PlayStation Store has just sat there. What's it since I purchased the right, so Mirabelle. Right. Okay, so this looks like something new that I'm going to have to make. Because I don't recognise this. Obviously, I do recognise the Arendulian pickled herring. Right, blue. I've got a sneaking suspicion that might be the what's it plant? I think that might be the one that's from the Eternity Isle. Right, ruby. I'm not sure what that one is. I think it's food, so if it is, it looks like sausage something, so I think if it is, I'll get that. And then Merlin. Oh, Merlin hasn't changed. He still wants blue, teal poppies. Right, candy. Blue, teal poppies. And an empty vial. Or vial, should say. Right. Okay, so I'm going to have to do the best I can with the ones that I couldn't read. If I can't do them, then I will just right, let me just change this hairstyle because I don't really think it's right for... Do you know, I'm pretty sure we got a hairstyle for Aladdin, but I don't remember where it actually went. I know we've got was that it? Could be wrong, mind you. I know we got Jasmine's hairstyle. Right, well, let's go back to that because I want to try and get my hairstyle back to more or less that's how it was. What's it? Okay, well, I'm going to get back to doing that. What's it? So I'm going to end it here. I'm sorry this episode wasn't going to be, it's not probably what you expected, but it was more of an apology episode. I'll just kind of bring you up to date where more or less where I've got to, and that, and where I hope to get back on track to as well. So, as I say, if you have, please check again if you have been unsubscribed and resubscribe, and I hope to get myself straightened out properly in the coming week or from next week. So hopefully there'll be a new Hogwarts mystery up and from this evening as well. There may not be. There's usually a time limited side quests. There's usually 2 within a month of late. So, again, I'm sorry for poor showing of content of late, and I hope to do better in the near future. But having said that, I wish you all a very good evening or good afternoon, good morning, whatever time of the day it is for you, and I hope that you continue to enjoy what I do put out. Until the next episode, goodbye for now, and happy gaming, everybody.